Hello everyone, welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion and round 2 of season 10 of Prime. This is at Phillip Island and it's in the IR18 as you can see on screen.
And
My name's Gareth. In Australia, yeah. My name's Gareth and joining me once again in commentary is Jools. Jools, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. A little bit sore-throated from being in an air-conditioned museum on Saturday, but apart from that, not too bad. It's a bit of a cloudy sky out in Melbourne, as we see joining us for the first round this season, Team Stabby Goose, Stephen Greening and Michael Messenger. How nice to see two of the risky boys making an appearance, and Formula Armour making their way from TCR and Endurance and onto the Prime grid. We've got Blake Tovey and Daniel Bond in the two Formula Armour cars this time, so that's very nice to see. Kenneth Olive in the Trash Panda Performance making a return to Prime. Nice to see Kenneth after missing round 1 as well.
Yeah, it's another addition to the menagerie of animals competing in the Limit of Adhesion.
It is indeed, yeah. As we see championship standings, which was how they finished in Interlagos at round 1, and what a brilliant race that was, especially for that man Rob Miller, who dominated proceedings in Interlagos. Jules, do you think it's going to be more of the same as we go through the season with Rob, or do you think anyone can step up to the plate and take him on?
Maybe his teammate, maybe Alex. We'll see. He won't have it all his own way. I'm guessing.
You're reasonably hoping.
Yeah, we can hope.
He did seem to go to another level, but look at that though. In practice, it was David Lyon, his teammate, as you predicted, and Gavin Kelly from the Stupid Aguri team going second in the standings. Rob only managing P3, but it's only 3/10 covering that top 3. That's very close indeed. Look at Chris White all the way out there in P4. Great result for Chris. You see Graham Bardsley in 11th place. Nice to see Graham back in the championship. He had a long break setting up his business, so I hope things are going well with him on that front. And yeah, we see 31 cars taking the field here in Australia.
That's right. It's a good, healthy grid. So hopefully this will continue.
Yeah, especially as we're up against some other international open wheel series this time round. So
Indeed.
Yeah, we've got pole position and Rob Miller then alongside his teammate David Lyon, Merrin Hoogovin and Ben Chowcroft making up row 2. Don Parker, great quali for him, and Alex Murphy 5 and 6. Then we've got Gavin Kelly, Blake Tovey on debut, P8, Timon Sloots, P9, and Michael Messenger in 10th. Stephen Maxwell in 11th, and Philip Miles in 12th. Chris White, Russell Bright, Joao Tome, Steve Pepper in 16th, Daniel Bond in 17th, James Pepper in 18th. Then we've got Ollie Ettridge, Gareth Winslade in 20th, David Ward, long way down for our TCR expert, Chris Forrester in 22nd, Kenneth Olive in 23rd, then we got John Cook in 24th, James Renwick, bronze winner, is down in 25th alongside Rich Meesters. Then we got Yanniman Pruis, a long time away from the grid, so lovely to see Yanniman making his return with his teammate Stephen Koenig. Then we got Neil Severin, Dan Rice, Mark Brown, Stephen Koenig and Graham Bardsley at the back. Cars are out on the track.
Good luck, everybody. A shout out from South Africa. It's good to be back home.
You can tell he's a professional commentator, can't you?
Cool.
Yeah, there's Kelly echoing the good luck from Mr. Koenig. We can see some possible strategy options there. 6 to 8 laps on the soft before switching to 12-12 and then 8 to 10 laps on the harder tire to finish off, or 12 lap start, 14 and 14 for the 2-stopper, and then finally the alternative 2-stopper.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of guys, maybe is it half a dozen guys starting on the hard tyres. Everybody else is opted for the softs, as you can see there.
Yeah, it looks like David Ward is the first of the hard tyre
Look out
runners.
for Ettridge as well. He's also on the hard tyres, as is Graham and Rich Meesters.
Koenig.
And Koenig,
yeah.
Who we heard
On
on
board.
the radio just a minute ago.
Yeah, with the two 18 cars then as they come out of the final
Rob's
corner.
already gone.
Yeah.
He's bolted.
Here comes Chowcroft though. Straight up into third, looks like. Although it's Hoogovin still hanging on though in P2, and he's up ahead of line now.
Yeah, got past line at the start. Miller has already checked out.
Stupidguri's doing battle with Tomei. No, it's Murphy, I beg your pardon. Too many wizards once again.
Yeah, Tomei is a bit from the back down in 15th, but currently leading the bronze ahead of Pepper. Pepper, who is about 10th second behind him. Someone's gone off there.
That's miles off the track. Yeah, he was up to 7th place, so he was doing great. And he did really well at Interlagos as well, so it's a real shame. So the other drivers, though, now on
Parker,
the blast.
Past Chalcraft.
Stunning start from Parker. Obviously, he finished third on the road last time out as well, so he's looking for more of the same.
Trench on his hard tyres.
Yeah, doing battle with Russell Bright.
On the inside.
Big lockups from everyone down into turn 10. It's a very tight corner, that one. Oh no, that's Dan Lahey missing his front wing. So obviously a victim of some contact early doors. Got Chalcraft now doing battle with Alex Murphy. Oh, look at this fight up ahead.
Up there.
Yeah, the loop corner is still proving a challenge for these drivers then, but not quite so much as it was for them in the TCR.
Yeah, it helps to have a bit of downforce, but yeah, they still can get caught out there, especially on the cold tyres.
Absolutely, yeah. Got some scrapping here. Oh, that's one of the wizards out breaking themselves. It's Maxwell losing some places, and we've got Chris White here. Fighting going on. Oh, there's Winslade, look, trying to make some moves as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is for the lead of bronze.
Yeah, so Winslade forcing his way past Tomei. Yeah, he's just got Pepper ahead now. Everyone's getting very side by side. Some big lockups. Those tyres are not going to thank them for doing all these lockups. Here's John Cook on the hard tyre, as we can see. And he's under pressure now from Steve Pepper. Cut back to the Stupidguri's sandwiching Ben Chalcraft.
Oh, lock up.
No.
It's Murphy.
Yeah, it's Murphy off.
Disaster.
Yeah, Murphy losing places in time then.
We play from the start.
So
it's like Meester's caught out there.
Yeah.
Another one here. Looks like that was Ward. Slightly misjudging the car in front there on the brakes. And yeah, there was a bit of an incident there in the hairpin between Maxwell and Etridge.
Was it Etridge?
Was that Messenger? Sorry, Messenger.
Three-way battle here now between Pepper, White and Winston. Oh, and there's contact. Oh no, Pepper's car's just collapsed. That is a disaster.
Hanging on by a thread.
Yeah. Poor James there. That'll be going to the stewards. And we saw Tomei arriving back into battle with his fellow bronze drivers. And so going around the outside of White as they pop over the hill into 9 and into 10. Gets it done. Is that Tomei trying to follow through?
It's down your bond. It looks like Chalcraft's back ahead of Parker, so that's odd, but yeah, now he's under attack from Kelly. Still going to T1.
Yeah, the two Stupidguri's now doing battle. We've got a lot of action going on here, considering we're only 4 laps in.
Yeah, it's a good track. It's a good track for battles.
It is a great track. So here's Chris White then. Cutting back then to Chalcraft and Pepper. Parker, I beg your pardon. Oh no!
It's Kelly recovering.
It's Kelly. So was it Kelly who was attacking Chalcraft?
Yeah, because Chalcraft was ahead because he got back past Parker, so Kelly was attacking Chalcraft into the hairpin. So it looks like almost contact there between Sloops and Kelly as well.
Yeah, a very eventful lap then for Kelly.
So Maxwell needed some repairs, and he's going to have to come into the pits and get that fixed.
Yeah, you've got 2 laps to serve the meatball, haven't you? It's Phillip Miles, and such a shame to see him down there in 17th after such a strong qualifying. Team on salutes. Oh, gets it slightly wrong and out breaks himself, and that allows Kelly through. So at the front, Miller's got a 2.5 second lead to Hoogeveen. We'll keep an eye on that. Here's a replay then
That was
of John Cook
Yeah, that was the other CXW.
and Steve Pepper taking a violent exit of the race as a consequence of that.
Yeah, nowhere to go there for Pepper.
No,
We
what
are
a shame.
going into the gravel and into the barrier.
Such a shame.
And here's that
And then
instant.
his replay
Yeah.
of the Winslade and Pepper incident. So Winslade just misjudged his braking compared to Mark Brown and Neil Severin making contact. Did Mark just forget to brake there, or was Neil going too slow?
Wing, man. Your
Well,
left is still there.
I like Neil slowed up there. Caught Mark out.
Here's Dan Rice. Dan LaHaye then back out on track with his new front wing.
There's a replay of what happened between Kelly and Chalcroft. Yeah. Looks like there was some kind of latency there that pulled them together.
Yes. Got to say, network latency, unless you've got David Lyon coming around and fining you for using netcode.
That was
no.
Pepper after his pit stop for his repair, I guess, for that wing. It's like cold tyres caught him out.
Yeah, I think that's probably the end of his racing. What a shame. So, Zhao Tomei then.
Just looking at Miller's not actually getting that far ahead now of Hoogeveen. The gap seems to have stabilised around 2.5 seconds.
Tomei down in 21st now. He was battling with Winslow before, wasn't he? So he's fallen down the order somewhat.
Yeah, he has. And obviously, Steve Pepper before that as well was also fighting before that incident. Just took him out when he was launched over the back.
Cook.
Yeah.
Here's our race leader then, Rob Miller. And you can see that gap he's pulled out now, 2.6 seconds over Merrin Hoogeveen.
Yeah,
former
Merrin
champion.
pulled him in slightly last lap, but our big ask me to pull him back in. So Messenger also has been taking a trip.
Yeah. So if Chris White can take advantage. Chalcroft, very early stop for him then.
Oh yeah, he needed repairs.
Oh, after the collision, of course, yes.
The collision with Kelly. Oh, and it
And
looks like he's got a
speeding.
speeding. That's why he's still sat there.
Oh, Phillip Miles, his race is just going from bad to worse. I mean, this track, if you don't hook up with it, it's evil, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, he's 17th, but that is still third in silver. Just looking, and there's no other silver drivers until you hit Dom in fourth. Who is now on screen.
Yeah, he is.
Chased by a llama.
That's Blake Tovey in P5 then on debut. I mean, this is a great performance by Blake.
It is indeed. It looks
Yes,
like
Chris.
White did get past Messenger, but Messenger is right back on the tail.
Ooh.
Someone coming out the pits there looks to get
That
out of the
looked
way.
like Chalcroft getting out of the way there.
Yeah.
And he's back in the pit, so he must have given up on it. He's out. Oh, what a shame for Ben after a great qualifying.
I thought they would have been able to fix that car.
Well, he was pulling out of the pit, so I didn't quite see what happened to cause him to jump onto the grass like that.
Yeah, I think these two would have gone past him, so I'm not sure. Obviously, Messenger now has got the move done. Two of them.
So Neil Severin in the pit lane. I saw him having that incident with Mark Brown earlier.
Oh, that's Miles again, isn't it, in the background there?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to give Bardsley third place in the silver. Still falling
Meanwhile,
down the order as Miller
into
makes
the
a
pit
very
lane.
early pit stop.
Yeah.
It was on the strategy between 6 and 8 laps if you're going to do the 3-stopper, so it looks like he's choosing a 3-stopper.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll see what the other drivers do. No one else so far has come in. The only people that have pitted so far are people that have had issues.
And Rob switching to the hard tyres then. So this will be a longer stint, you'd imagine.
Toby's off.
Parker's. Oh yeah, very off the road.
Very off track there. That's a bit of rally cross.
Well done to keep it out of the barriers though. We saw Sloots and Winslade just going through there. So he'll be trying to hunt those two down a couple of seconds up the road. Once his tyres get clean, it looks like Messenger has got back through on Chris White, and that's Russell Bright behind him. So Bright had a tremendous race in Interlagos, so he came home in the top 10, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a late mistake which cost him, I think, a place, but other than that, he had a good run. But Winslade is riding very high. He's only behind 4 gold drivers at the moment, although Miller has pitted. Looks like Lyon is also on a similar stretch to Miller as he's now coming in.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So here's Yanam and Brewis then, rocking a US Air Force livery, looks like.
Yeah, I hope he's in team heaped together, because he usually is for Koenig.
I'm sure he is.
Well, if he isn't, then he is.
We've
now.
heaped them together.
Yeah, we've heaped them together, so tough.
Yeah. Alex Murphy up to 3rd place then, courtesy of the pit stops for the 218 drivers. And we wait to see when Will, Hoogeveen, Parker and Murphy make their stops. And Oliver Ettridge in P4.
Up 15 from the start on his hard tyres. It's good going.
It's very good going. He's the highest climber so far. As Siegen Koenig Cup's 15 as well, as is Bardsley.
Will Alex pull into the pits? Nope.
No, he's staying out. And that's Tovey then, now up with Winslade and Sloots. Are we going to see a push to pass being engaged down the straight here?
Well, unfortunately the graphics aren't showing that this round, due to technical issues, but maybe. We need to be on board really to see their steering wheel. See if it goes green.
Messenger's hooning onto the back of this train as well.
He is, yes.
Oh, and Russell Bright off track.
Oh no, yeah, he's lost the place to Miller. Obviously he pitted early. And Tovey's coming into the... Oh no, it looked like he was coming into the pits.
There is Miller. And Borba Tovey now on the run up to the turn 9 hill. It's almost a nothing sweep for that section with these cars, isn't it?
Yeah, although you will cook your tyres, especially the front right, given that you also have turn 2, which is another rapid left-hander. So Hoogeveen's doing a lot better than he did last race. He's currently leading, whereas last race he was pretty much out of it after the first corner.
He was indeed, yeah.
Personal best for Ettridge as Kelly comes into the pit, so that's still in the 3-stopper territory, although he possibly could convert to a 2 if he wanted to. That puts Winslade up to 6th place. Winslade, who was really struggling with the car in practice, but has come alive in the race.
Yeah, something has definitely gone different from the race to practice to the race here.
He's trying to get ahead of Sloots here.
Yeah, Sloots locking up into the Honda hairpin.
Gives Winslade the opportunity to go side by side, and he's taking it around the outside.
Oh, we're getting some proper racing here. And he's probably feeling the pressure because he can see Tovey and Messenger behind. Those two have caught up massively over the last 2 or 3 laps. So, yeah, I think Sloots and Winslade are holding up Tovey and Messenger here.
I would imagine we're in the pit stop window now, so maybe Tovey would benefit from coming in. Maybe Messenger would benefit, and they both actually have.
Yeah. And here they are coming into the pit lane then.
Line of stand. The only problem with this is that the tyres really are rubbish for the first lap when you do come out. So they're going to need a couple of laps to make up that gap, really.
We've got an avalanche of pit stops going on here. You see both of the McLaren cars are in. We saw Russell Bright was in. Obviously we saw Messenger and Tovey, as mentioned.
Yep, Forrester, Pruis. It's all kicking off in the pits.
It's all kicking off Prue. And here they start piling out again. Here's Rich Meesters then hassling Daniel Bond. This is the battle for 15th place.
Yeah, Bond pitted lap 4. And I hear on good authority that he actually had left his qualifying setup on. So he started with about 4 laps worth of fuel. But all is not lost, because I think he can still do a 3-stop from pitting from that port. It's just a couple of long stints at the end. Oh, he's made a mistake though.
That's a little error, sliding the car across turn 2.
Okay, Hoogeveen, Murphy, Sloots and Winslade all pit. So only Parker and Ettridge have dragged it out another lap.
Well, they've done well to save that much extra fuel then.
Well, these cars do have a little dial you can twiddle to reduce the fuel consumption. And we do know that Parker is partial to a bit of lift and coast as well.
Oh, he is indeed. Koenig's in the pits now as well. Barsley's in the pits. Ward's in the pits.
Okay, so the fight is back on for the bronze podium. All 3 drivers within about 4 seconds of each other.
Yeah. And so these two have yet to stop then. Oliver Ettridge in the lead from God knows where he started, right down near the bag, on his hard tyres, and he's into the pits. That's Messenger and Sloots doing battle. So Messenger's pit strategy did work. He's jumped him, and Tovey's jumped him as well. So
Tovey must have had a very good pit stop exit, because he's about 5 seconds ahead of Messenger, and they came in line and stern.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, great spot.
As Parker and Ettridge finally pit, and Miller resumes the lead, which he lost about lap 7 when he pitted.
Yeah, a long time ago. And battle resumes then between Sloots and Winslade, both resuming. They're staying out on the soft tyre as well. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's driver preference, obviously which tyre they prefer, but some wouldn't be finding that they prefer to stay on the hards. As Ettridge has come out of the pits and has gone straight into the tyre barrel, all that good work has been ruined.
Shame. That's agonising for Ettridge. He was looking super strong there.
I don't think that's going to be the last time we see that happen.
No, that could have been a podium drive. That was incredible work.
Yeah, such a massive game from the start. We saw in Interlagos, as we see another car off there. That's Severin joining back in. A lot of cars getting issues on the exit of the pits at Interlagos on that bump. Almost into the back of Maxwell there. Right, it looks like he just got it slowed as Daniel Bond makes another mistake and he's around. The bump was the issue in Interlagos. I think T2 on the cold tyres is somewhat of an issue here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a difficult braking zone, and you can, the grass, even though it's not the old ice grass, it is still pretty unforgiving out there.
Oh, it's angled, isn't it, down towards the barrier, so you just slide down the hill into the pool. Who's that off? That's Forrester. He looks like he's a proper at T2.
Yeah, said out, but in the pit lane, so maybe he's not out yet.
Wonder if we've got some push to pass going on here. Maxwell is under attack from Russell Bright as he moves to the inside to take T1.
I think that is push to pass going on, yeah. He's down the inside.
Slight wiggle from Bright, and Maxwell's gone into the back of him and cost himself a front wing plate. Or even the whole front right of it.
It doesn't look like Russell touched the curb and it just spat his car out.
Yeah.
Unfortunate incident there. Here's David Ward then, up behind Daniel Bond. We've got a lock up here by Maxwell and Russell also continuing their fight.
was as it is from lap 14, which was about when they stopped. See, some people have switched over. Some people are electing to stay on the softs, as you said, Winslade and Pruis. Most drivers now currently are on the primary tyre.
Oh, that's a penalty for speeding in the pits for Chris Forrester. It's going from bad to worse for him.
Position is 27.
I mean, it's only round 2, and we do get 3 drop rounds, don't we, out of 10, so
yeah.
It's not over for him. I think he's going to be a strong contender for bronze champion.
Oh, yeah, this is what happened again. Pretty much carbon copy of what we saw with Ettridge.
Yeah. Very broken car.
Kelly
Stupid Aguirre's back together.
Past Parker. Yeah, so Parker drew it out, didn't he, to 14 laps, whereas Kelly pitted on lap 10. So that would suggest also Parker was 13. So that would suggest that Kelly is on a 3 and Parker's on a 2.
Yeah.
So no point fighting each other as the
strategist. Right. Ward has only got half a front wing.
Yeah, there's a few drivers currently rocking half a front wing.
I wonder when the IR18 is going to evolve into like one of those insects that regrows limbs. Just like add a new front wing piece.
Well, it is if Ettridge is driving, I think it was last round.
Yes, we have magically reappearing.
Whenever he hits something, he rebrew it, but...
It's because he's part turkey.
Yes.
Jao Tome here, fighting with Stephen Koenig. Yes, and we do have to have a word with our head wizard. Tome using all the track and then some on the way into 9 now.
Can he do it down the hill? No, too far back. More lockups, pretty much.
More lockups.
Always locking up there. Let's see, Bond's coming in. Obviously, he pitted early, so he's done a 13 lap stint on these tyres. On this fuel load.
I saw some practice data from Alex Murphy, and his front right was looking so toasty and worn out compared to the rest of the tyres. And that's probably why.
It really punishes, this track really punishes the front right. As Tommy does get his move done on Koenig.
Nice move there by Tony. Puts him into second place in bronze.
So Miller now has a 14-second lead over Hoogman. We're looking at about a 28-second time loss in the pits here.
Yeah.
So Miller will want to get that up to 28, 30 seconds if he can, assuming he's going to make one more stop. And the rest, which would mean 2 to go for him and 1 to go for everybody else. So was Sloots... No, Winslade didn't get past Sloots yet.
No, he didn't get past him. No, they came in like this and they come out like this. Personal best for Chris White, look at 14.665. Nice lap time.
Say, Messenger did get past them, but he hasn't got that far ahead of them yet. A couple of seconds up the road.
Yeah. Tovey, though, still 3 seconds on Messenger, so he's done very well. Can't even see him in this shot.
No. So what did they change to? Blake stayed on the softs, and Messenger is on the hards.
Interesting. So we get to see, it's really coming down to driver preference at this point then, isn't it?
It is,
There he is. There is Tovey, Messenger, and then Sloots and Winslade.
Drivers were finding there's a bit of a crossover point around lap 6-7, where the hard becomes quicker than the soft. Obviously, you get to use that extra pace prior to that.
Yeah, but you got to heat up those big old blocks of the hard is very hard in the opening laps.
Yes. Winslade's not really got much competition at the moment. He's about 30 seconds ahead of his nearest competitor.
Yeah, I'm struggling to understand what has changed. Bearing in mind he got DQ'd on the final lap with Interlagos for exceeding penalty points. This is a very, very different performance.
Maybe different strategies, but I think Kelly would have enjoyed that, making him pass on Murphy.
I think so.
Really, get it when you can take it, doesn't happen very often.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Miller is into the pits for his second pit stop.
Lap
so
19.
what have we got? Yeah, we've got 21 laps to go, so he's definitely going to have to pit again.
Yeah. Here comes Bond on LaHaye then. That's definitely a push to pass. Accommodating by LaHaye though, making sure that both drivers get through.
And they both negotiate the treacherous turn 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a good idea considering some of the incidents we saw earlier, such as with Chalcraft and Kelly and Winslade and Pepper. Bits of latency going on, and Bond is in America and LaHaye's in England, so.
Bond is in America, is he? Well, they were British in the Llama team.
You didn't listen to the podcast.
I did, I just forget.
There's Russell Bright then getting, is he past Maxwell? They're just carrying on, aren't they? Just after their earlier bumps, they're just carrying it on.
Okay, so Maxwell has fixed his wing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Here he comes.
To go. Yep. Yep, he's good. I guess Russell didn't really fight that one.
No. Russell's a very fair driver, isn't he?
Yes, indeed. Maron's in the 15s. Kelly's in the 14s, as is Murphy and Parker. It's very nip and tuck, isn't it? I mean, Maxwell's got past Russell, but Russell's threatening to repass him already.
And I'm just looking at the times as you were saying that about the softs going off, and you can see that Sloots and Winslade, who we know are on the softs, and they're down in the 15s now, whereas they were going a lot quicker than before. So you're definitely seeing a plus second or more drop off.
Once they get up too hot, then you lose a lot of grip, and you're just understeering your way forever to get onto the throttle. You can mitigate that by taking it more easy, so that they last longer, but you don't get that much more out of them.
That's just how this car drove.
Yeah. I think it's been great for the racing so far, this car.
Yeah, definitely.
I was a bit worried after we had the Lotus, and it was quite hard for people to race for 79.
Mm-hmm.
But this car seems a lot more planted, which you'd expect, because it's not from the 70s.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's got the push to pass as well to help facilitate the moves.
Yes, yeah, you can use it for attack and defence, or if you're just leading out front, you can just use it to boost your lap time.
Yeah, people aren't relying. There's Maxwell going wide.
Maxwell.
But you're not having to rely so much on being the last of the late breakers to get the move done. And
indeed, yeah, and with fuel strats as well. Sometimes people are just going to blast past because they're on a different fuel strategy team.
Yeah, it's a great addition.
Yeah. We have to think about what's going to happen next season. Are we going to stick with this, or is something's going to come out? Messenger is making a bit of a fight of it with Miller, but it looks like Miller has got it done now. Get better traction out of this corner on the fresher tyres.
Yeah, I think it's a bit early to say, really, isn't it? About season 11, we can sort of see how this car beds in a bit more. We've only had 2 rounds. Oh no, Dan's in the pits.
Yeah, 2 rounds, but so far
so good.
1.5 good races. That's about the halfway point, just over. Yeah, we'll have to see what they release, because obviously the season's going to last the rest of the year.
Yeah. So Kelly in the pits now for his second stop, so he's going to be making the 3rd stop, as you said earlier. And
yeah, you can get 14 laps out of a tank. You'd be really stretching it to get 17.
So Bardsley there just outbraking himself into turn 2. Gets it back going,
no drama.
His paint's all been done by Stu Pepper, I believe, this season.
Yeah, Pepper is available. It seems for liveries if you ask him nicely.
Yeah.
Sloots has managed to get away a bit from Winslade, get a little breather. It looks there's a second gap between them now, which is about as big as it's been for a while.
It is indeed, yeah. Here's Hugavin, our race leader currently, ahead of Alex Murphy.
It's like Hugavin stretching his lead a bit. Maybe he's got a bit more of the right foot to the floor. Murphy's maybe taking it a bit easier at this point, but looking good for Hugevin.
Well, we know that Murphy is carrying an injury, isn't he? After a karting accident, he's a bit covered in.
It wasn't really an accident, wasn't it? He had a leak and
Chemically burnt.
he was stubborn. Yeah, I remember when Mansell had that, didn't he? He was like sat in fuel for an entire Grand Prix and chemical burns on his ass.
There's been a few of them, yeah. Alex Mansell Murphy. Of all the Animal Proust then, 16th place on his return to the league. So that's a great result. We haven't seen him since, in Prime, we haven't seen him since the F3, I think.
It's been a while.
I'm sure no, actually, maybe he did do a couple of F4s, I can't quite remember.
Oh, so he's gone a bit wide there, but he's over there.
Right. Let's hope he's back for a long haul.
Yeah, I mean, if South Africa has stopped the energy shortage measures that they were put in to try and save energy, then they're going to be more regular on the grid again.
Yeah, fingers crossed. There's John Cook closing in on Graham Bardsley.
So recovering from the early incident where he ran into the back of a car and then got Steve Pepper into the back of him.
Yeah.
Winslade pits from 5th. But he's dizzy.
Yeah, I bet.
He's so high up there. Getting vertigo. No slots, no glory.
So Sleets has already pitted. So this is interesting.
Yeah.
So we've got some strategy battle going on. Chris White in as well.
Yeah, I'll be interested actually to see where Gareth comes out versus Sloots. Because Sloots, as I say, wouldn't have done a lap on tyres that are still heating up unless he kept them on. But they were soft, so I would imagine he's had to have changed them.
No, who was that arriving backwards into the corner? Is that Chris
I'm not sure. I was looking at the leaderboard, but yeah, Winslade has overcut Sloots.
He has, yeah. Nice work there. So he's now on the hard tyre, and meanwhile here comes Stephen Koenig into the pit lane. So was that Forrester that was going sideways and backwards into turn 10?
Could be White.
It was a red car.
That's all right, yeah.
Bardsley's in, Koenig's out.
What we haven't mentioned is Line is out.
I'm pitting this lap, Kenneth.
We didn't notice. When did he go out? Lap 8. Jeez.
Oh gosh. What happened to Line?
Technical issues there for Line.
Yeah, it must be, as we'd have had a replay of a mechanical incident. What a shame for Line then. His season not quite starting the way he'd anticipated. He didn't get the result he wanted in Interlagos either.
Well, I think it was still a decent result, but yeah, I think he was hoping to be higher than 4th. Was it 4th?
Meesters and Kenneth again then. That was Meesters a lap ago saying to Kenneth, turn 10 is flat. That can't be right. Turn 10's a really slow one. There's Barnsley doing some rallycross. Can't park there, mate.
Leaders are coming in.
So that's Hugevin and Murphy and
Parker now leading. How many leaders have we had so far? Like 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah, we've had Parker, Miller, Hugevin and
Ettridge.
So there is Murphy and there's Hugevin. That was a camel just leaving the pits, which was Meesters. Hugevin rejoins in P3, then Miller up into second place behind Parker, who has yet to stop. And we know that Miller's got one more stop.
He's followed him.
Oh, it's Meesters off straight after his pit stop. And Hugevin off as well.
He's going to take advantage of this. Yep.
Yes, indeed. Probably laughing his head off. So, Murphy inheriting 4th then from Hugevin, who falls foul of the cold tyres turn 2 combo.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably the best of a bad result there, as considering most other people that have done that have just sailed off into the tyre wall.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, yeah. Meesters kept it out of the wall as well, so he did well.
He did.
As you say, Jules, it's definitely the Interlagos pit lane bump. This is this version of it, isn't it?
I wonder if you're going to have something for every track when
Yes.
you leave the pits. Yeah.
That'd be great. Where are we going next?
I think Hockenheim.
Hockenheim. Trying to think where I think that'd be alright actually, maybe.
Yeah, that's like an easy pit lane exit, and then you've just got a nice.
You didn't need to
long
follow
run
me
down
off
to the
there.
head. I mean, he's just saying what we were saying there. You followed him off.
Yeah. So we've got 12 laps to go in this one. Rob Miller back into the lead now that Parker has made his second stop and final stop for Parker. So we'll see how that shakes out for him doing the 2-stopper when everyone else around him is running the 3.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing how it shapes out.
Yeah. It's quite nice as well though, because you don't quite. I mean, we can see that Miller has a little bit of a pace advantage over the field, but it's still not quite clear cut because of the strategies and with everything going on, it just makes it a lot more interesting, doesn't it? It's great.
It does, and he wasn't quickest in practice, so he's not nailing all of the sessions at the moment. But yeah, he did qualify and pole by half a second from his teammate. So the other drivers will have to look at what they can do in qualifying to make up that difference.
Yeah. I have asked him if he will help me with maybe some pointers video. One of our familiar 6 tips could be on the way at some point with this car.
He probably won't do that until he's got mathematical certainty of the tide.
Yeah, I might have to knock on a few doors with my begging cap. So Rob is on lap 29 of 40, coming 2 or 3 corners away from starting at 30.
Yeah,
so,
just 3/4 distance.
Yeah.
Flown by.
It really has. And here he comes
Bond
into the
is
pits.
pitting.
Bond.
Yeah, this should be his last stop. He can make it to the end.
I was very excited to see how they were going to make the Formula Armour livery work on the IR18, because obviously we first saw it on the Audi TCR, but I think they've done a great job of it.
They have, yeah. Is it just one person, do you know who does it on the team?
I believe it's Daniel.
I see. That's squeezing through. Looks like most people now on the hards.
I'm probably going to get hammered by half the Formula Armours going, it was me! I had a part to play in it.
It's Tovey on Messenger. So Tovey was ahead of Messenger. I must wonder if there was a mistake, because now he's back behind, or maybe it was the pit stop. Maybe
might have been the pit strategy again, yeah.
But, yeah, just a reminder, drivers have to run both tyres, or both tyre compounds. So you have to make a swap. You can't just stay on one compound for the whole race.
Yeah,
There's a replay here of Cook
into oblivion.
Oh, that's the worst one so far.
That's a big one. Got a jump on there, haven't you? So there's Bond having another adventure look. Here's Phillip Miles though, and you had to say Phillip was probably, it's a competition between him and Bond to who can have the most adventures and still keep going.
Yeah, he's still running fourth though, only one place off the podium for silver. What's the bronze podium currently? Winslade, Tomei, Meesters. Obviously, we've got Miller, Kelly, Murphy, although Kelly's going to be stopping soon, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's a shame for him up there in P2 at the moment. Just 9 laps to go in this race, and here's Ettridge fighting his way back through. I mean, he had such pace in this race. It's absolutely gutting to see him all the way down there in 20th place. But
well, I mean, it serves them right for not practicing. We know those riskies and ex-risky guys, they don't like to practice.
Yeah. So the fact that we've got Greening and Messenger racing as Team Stabby Goose, we've got Ettridge racing as a Wizard.
Yeah, it's all changed.
Reese isn't back yet. obviously.
No, but I heard him talking the other day. He really wants to come back. But yeah, Greening isn't here in this race, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We'll see him in the next one.
Does this just mean it's the end of Risky Racing, or are they just taking a break from racing as Team Risky Racing? What's going on there?
I feel like there'll be Risky Racing forever, even if they're racing in different teams. There'll still be turkeys.
Yeah.
As Miller is making his final stop.
So a 9-lap dash to the flag for Miller. Let's see what tyre he comes out on.
What's he on? He's on hards. He ran the soft already, so there's no need for him to change compound. And
No.
it looks like he's elected to just stay on the same hards, which would negate
indeed.
the whole heat up the tyres issue on the outlet.
Well, this is
Sensible move
some
there.
serious big brain thinking going on from Miller then.
It is indeed. Where's he fallen back? He's only fallen back to third. So I think he fell back to like 12th or something first stop, about 7th on the second, and he's fallen back to third here. So now it's a straight fight to the end, and he's 3 seconds off the lead. So he's going to have to make some passes to get the win, unless anybody falls off in front of him.
Well, Kelly's going to be pitting, isn't he? So is it just a battle?
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't notice it was Kelly though. So it's just Murphy basically.
But Kelly is our new race leader.
He is, yeah. So that's what six
5.
now.
I think it's 5. I'm going to say 5.
That's a good number.
That's a very good number. Oh no, because it was Hoogeveen after Miller.
Hoogeveen, Parker, Miller, Kelly, and Ettridge. I think the only one at the top lot who hasn't led yet is Murphy.
Yeah.
If Kelly pits now, then Murphy will lead.
There he goes.
Oh,
There's
Bright's
number
off.
6. Oh, what a
Bright's
shame for
gone
Bright.
red. He's at that infamous turn 2. And Murphy makes it 6 leaders.
So you were just forecasting me.
I was guessing. Yes. So, yeah. Miller's already taken a second out of that lead.
Winslow back in
Pretty
pits as well. So that was a short stint.
Well, he needs to run those other tyres. I think he hasn't run the hards until now.
No, he was on the hards, I think.
Was he?
Yeah. He was on the 3-stopper, wasn't
Oh,
he?
no,
So-
you're right. Yeah, he decided he'd just do a little stint in the middle there and get them off the car as quick as he could. So how's he gonna? So Sloots.
It's the complete opposite of Miller. Miller's style.
It is, yeah. So we still need to see where he comes out, where Sloots will come out in comparison if he needs to still stop.
Yeah, where is Sloots now? There he is, up in 7th, right? Tovey showing us out. I assume that's just a transponder issue. So you see
Bright needs repairs.
yeah, confirmation of that meet boot. Yeah, Tovey's still running there in 6th place. Replay what happened to Russell.
Oh, contact there. Looked like.
So that was a wizard.
Another angle here.
Tomei.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, horrible,
That was
horrible
no contact
latency.
there, iRacing. You
No.
lie. Oh, Murphy still another lap led, but it doesn't look like he's going to last much longer.
No.
He's going to have the inside here, but does Miller? No, Miller doesn't have the speed to get round him.
Now, is Murphy's running the 2-stop as well, is he?
Yeah, Murphy's only stopped twice, and he doesn't need to stop again. He last stopped on lap 26.
Or is he stretching it right out then?
Yes.
And there he goes then. Rob Miller down the inside into the hairpin and back into the lead of the race.
Yeah, with the 2-stopper you have to save fuel. 3-stopper you don't. So obviously now he's caught him, Miller can just blast past him because he's got more power available.
Yeah. Oh, Sloots on the exit now of the pit lane.
And Winslade has passed.
Well, he was ahead
Fine.
after the... Yeah, he overcut last time. He's undercut this time. So they're making it
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah. But it looks like he's gained quite a large amount of time there, unless that is wrong on the screen. Looks like he's got about 9 seconds in hand.
Yeah, it's a very healthy lead. I wonder if whether Sloots had an adventure.
Maybe. It's a great performance here from Parker in third.
Yeah, well,
Someone
that's
that was not particularly confident about the car before the season.
well, he's never confident about anything, is he? No, he's done phenomenally well this season already, and on for a third place. He's got a 2-second lead over Hoogeveen.
I imagine Hoogeveen must be kicking himself. He lost at least 5 seconds in that off, didn't he?
He did,
Which would put him up there with Miller at the moment.
Yes. Yeah, that would have been it kind of been robbed of a little fight, really, I'd say.
Well, we still got one Miller. Murphy's only a second behind Miller, although I'm still guessing he's probably fuel saving.
Yeah, you can see it's just going up all the time now, as you keep an eye on it. There's more ebb than flow.
So Ward's dropping back as he's making a stop. Very late stop for Ward there. 5 laps to go.
It's been a fantastic race. As you say, though, gone very, very quickly indeed for what is supposed to be a sort of mid-distance race. Here's Stephen Maxwell. He's certainly been in the wars this race.
He has.
In 12th place.
But he's managed to retrieve a podium currently for silver. That's a good going.
Very good going, yeah. And Bobby Pruitt, who is right behind him. A great drive from the Yanniman.
Solid return.
Must get Team Heat to get on the podium. On the podcast.
Yes, you have to ask him about his commentary experience. As Koenig actually has just gone off at 2. Looks like another victim.
Yeah.
He's got going again there, looks.
That's good going.
Maybe he just prefers that wide exit. We were on board last time, he took a very wide exit there.
Yeah. Slightly alternate lines there.
Oh, pushed to pass.
Here we go.
All the extra power and the slipstream. The only thing is we can't see if Maxwell's still using it to defend as well.
Yeah, good point. There's Kenneth Olive cruising up into the back of this fight as well. Yanniman is through. Gets it slowed down for 2. Very nicely done. Good pass.
Indeed. Now will Maxwell use it here and try and get back? Does he have none left? Who knows?
Oh, and Chris White, a super late pit stop, coming in from P7. What's happened there then? Is this just strategy, do you think?
Well, he's being followed in by a CXW as well, isn't he?
Yeah, John Cook.
I haven't seen any drive-through announced, so yeah, maybe this is just a late stop. And looks like he went a bit forward as well.
And is that going to allow John? Well, no, John. They're a bit separated on the track. I don't think he's going to jump in necessarily. Team and Sleuths there, P9.
Yeah, and they've got going again. So yeah, maybe that was just a late stop, as you say.
I suppose if they did 13 or 14 laps per stint, that would be about. Yeah, it would just work out that way, wouldn't it? Yeah? Super late start. Interesting. So, that's Chris down in 11th now, so from 7th, that's a bit annoying for him, he's lost 4 positions.
Still, good amount of points in prime, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Miller's catching a bit of traffic here. Maybe Murphy can take this opportunity to close the gap a bit, but got to say that probably Miller's just stroking me home at this point.
Dirty. He's up 9/10 since we last saw that gap and been keeping an eye on it, so.
Yeah, that was like 4 or 5 laps.
Yeah. So 15-1 for Winslow, 15-2 for Sleuths, 42 for Koenig after a number of adventures. And 17 for White on his pit lap.
Say, Hoogeveen hasn't really got an answer for Parker at the moment. He's been stuck by about a second and a half behind him for the last entire stint, I think.
Yeah, he's done well to close him in though. That gap was a bit further. It was a good couple of seconds early.
Good couple of seconds. It's only 1.5 now.
Yeah, well, it was bigger. You couldn't count to 6 it.
Its gap was bigger. It was further away.
That's what I mean. We're looking at Ward and Olive then, 13th and 14th. So Ward's had some adventures this race, but it's a much improved performance to Interlagos, so I think he would be pretty chuffed with himself and the step that he's made, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in Hockenheim.
Indeed, considering he's a boxcar peddler, really.
And he's a very, very fast one, as we know. Chances are he probably would have had Season 2 Touring Car Championship if he'd joined at the start of the season.
Indeed.
He's got some stiff competition in sprint this time round, though, with so many good drivers in there this time. Right, white flag lap then, one more time around Phillip Island. Here is our race leader, Rob Miller. Oh, he's got...
There, that's Kelly.
No,
sorry,
Brown.
not Kelly, Brown.
It's because we've got Mark Brown and Mark Kelly now, haven't we?
Indeed. Trying to get going again on that slippy grass.
Yeah. Well done, Mark. Rob Miller through the hairpin.
Right at the wrong moment. There's a lot of traffic in front of Miller as well.
Yeah.
No, it's very much equally spread out now, covering the whole track.
Which is awesome, really. That's what you want to see. Lots of busyness on the track. Rob wouldn't want to see that, obviously, but we do. Here's Tomei coming round the final corners. He's under attack from Chris White. So it's the battle for 10th.
Indeed it is.
Meanwhile, then, out of the final corner, here he comes to make it 2 from 2. Congratulations to Rob Miller for winning at Phillip Island.
Perfect start.
Yeah, Alex Murphy coming home in second, Dom Parker coming home in third place and winning silver, so congratulations to you, Dom. That's the double for him as well, with the third and the win. So that's excellent stuff. Hoogeveen coming home in fourth and second place in silver, and Kelly coming home in fifth place overall. So great job there by Kelly.
Here's Ward. Chris is still battling him on this last lap. So Ward could go one better.
Good race. Well done, Rob.
Yep, agree with Kelly there. Good race.
Next podium, Alex and John.
We've got a real fight here. Oh, bronze winner, Gareth Winslade. He's completed the racing. Congratulations to him. Meanwhile,
Sorry, Alex,
saves the push to pass. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
So that moves me up fourth. Thank
I
you.
think he's got one. No, he pushed it down.
We can get one more of those. I would love a P5.
It's tight.
Let's go for it.
I will check.
He's done it.
He's done it.
What a move. Congratulations to David Ward. Commiserations to Yanneman, but 13th place overall. That is not to be sniffed at, so great job by you.
A shame, because that would have been a good fight.
Well, close finish there, Yanneman. Jesus Christ.
It was indeed a close finish.
Super stuff there. So let's take a look at all the results then. So Rob Miller wins from Alex Murphy and Dom Parker on the podium. Then we have Merrin Hoogeveen, Gavin Kelly, Blake Tovey, Michael Messenger, Gareth Winslade, Timon Sloots, Jao Tomei, Chris White, David Ward, Yanneman Brewis, Kenneth Olive, Stephen Maxwell, Oliver Ettridge, Daniel Bond, Philip Miles, Rich Meesters, Stephen Koenig in 20th place. We get ready for a bit of a scroll. Here we go. Graham Bardsley in 21st place ahead of Mark Brown, John Cook, Chris Forrester, Russell Bright, Neil Severin, Dan Rice, Dan LaHaye, beg your pardon, David Lyne, Ben Chalcroft and James Pepper. I presume it would be Steve Pepper in 31st place.
Say there was one more, isn't there? Oh, no, two more.
Two more, Steve Pepper and James Renwick, who sadly also had an early bath. So, massive shame for that. And James sadly is going to be having to step out of the championships for a while due to rig failure, but we wish him well and hopefully we see him back on the grid as soon as he can make it.
Indeed.
championship standings then, it's Rob Miller, and he's not that far ahead of Alex Murphy despite doing the two race wins. So yeah, Don Parker
Points right close. Look at that. Meren Hugevin up 18 after his disastrous first race.
Yeah, great
also
recovery
rising
time.
up Kelly and Winslade, also up 11.
Yeah, and Jao Tomei bouncing up 8 as well. So
Well, they're level on points, Winslade and Tomei.
yeah, we've got a good battle going on with these guys. See Russell falling down the order somewhat, as did Mike Murphy, who didn't race this time out, and Juan Escobar, he wasn't back, so hopefully he makes a return soon. Look at that, 40 drivers already competed. I think it's going to be more than that when the thing scrolls down. Yeah, 42 drivers so far have already competed in Prime Season 10. That's absolutely mental, isn't it?
It is, and hopefully we'll have at least 50 by the end.
I'm sure we will. So this is the teams championships then. We can see it's the A team ahead of Wizards Rose Gold, Stupid Gary in third, Wizards Fire Ruby in fourth, No Slots No Glory. Then we've got CXW Racing, McLaren, Minardi Simsport, Team Heat together on Wizards Black Sapphire rounding up top 10. Look at that, Formulama on debut into 11th place. And
Great
straight
stuff.
into a fight with Cool Camel Racing Green. And
Yeah,
Tenacious
I'm just
Tortoises.
saying. Tenacious Tortoises, yes. Or
I just know
tortoises.
it just went animals all the way down from 11th. I stopped talking.
I think that's great that CXW has come in with their touring car background and they're fighting with McLaren already.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant.
It's great
I think
stuff.
they're racing with No Sorts No Glory, even actually.
Yeah, it's close. I mean, it's close there between 4th to 7th, 8th, 9th. It's all pretty close.
Really is, yeah.
I think
Well,
it's
what do
the
you make of
end
that then?
Just about in time because your voice sounds like it's almost gone.
Yeah, I think I need to go and rest it and maybe have some Lemsip or something. So, yeah, next time up then, round 3, we will be at Hockenheim, which will be an amazingly exciting race because it's always good fun there.
It's a
Here
great
are
track.
our socials. Please do like the video and tell us about your favourite moments from this race. There are a lot to talk about.
And favourite cheese.
And cheers. Cheers, Jules.
See you later.